Hey, 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 this is Beverly Bozeman. I am the creator of Speak Queen, an encouraging platform for women. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Be sure and share this broadcast with your friends and your family. Be sure and like and subscribe to the channel. And turn on your notification bell so that you'll know when I drop a new video. And again, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I truly do appreciate it. My broadcast today is entitled How to Have Peace. So, the first thing you start with is finding your definition of peace. Simple, right? Here's the thing. I think a lot of times people don't have peace or think they have peace because they don't know what peace means to them. And I say anything on the right side of legal, moral, and ethically correct, let that be your peace. Now, you're going to have some folks who don't agree with it. That's why you don't tell people what your peace is. Because as soon as you say, well, what I find peaceful is, that can't be peaceful. There's no way, right? So just don't do it. That's one of the major things that you do. Find out or create your definition of peace. Okay. And then the next thing is be honest with you and be honest with them. And what I mean by that is when it comes to being honest with yourself, I don't mean in terms of telling lies to yourself, which I guess in a way it is, but be honest about why you don't want to do something or why you do want to do something. Like, okay, I didn't want to go out with him because he kind of has a bad reputation. And you're not telling people that. You're telling that to yourself. But in real life, you did want to go out with them. But you just felt like you couldn't measure up. You know, he makes a certain amount of money. He grew up in a certain part of town. He has a certain level of education and you have X, Y, and Z. So you kind of feel like you don't match or you don't measure up. So you lie to yourself. You know, a lot of people know him. Everybody know him. I don't want to date somebody that everybody knows because he probably has been around. And if we go to dinner or to the movies or whatever, we're going to run into a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of drama. It's just, and I don't want to put up with that. You're not on the phone with your girlfriends. You're walking around your house telling that to yourself. And it's what you're saying to get through the situation. Is a lie because you really do want to go out with them, but you just, kind of tell yourself that part. And when it comes to being honest with them, you're not necessarily lying to them about what you did, what you own, who you know, that sort of thing. You're lying by saying it's okay when it's not okay. If you go out to eat with a certain girlfriend and she's always late, oh, don't worry about it. It's okay. I know I'm late and I know we, lost our reservation and I'm sorry. I'm always late. Well, it's okay. It's okay. That's a lie because it's not okay. And if you don't tell that friend the truth and say, well, next time I'm just going in without you, or how about we just don't eat together for a while. Something like that. That's being honest with them. It doesn't have to be like telling lies, straight up lies, and then telling the truth. I don't mean it like that. I mean saying no when you want to say yes, or saying yes when you want to say no. I don't think that's being honest with you. I don't think that's being honest with them. All right. And then another way to have peace is to find peaceful situations that are basic and are unique. And what I mean by finding peaceful situations they are things that you can do and places that you can go, not people. You know what I'm saying? Like, for one, a regular or a basic place is going to a spa. You're going to a spa to get a massage, hot stone massage, and mud baths and all of that. That's very relaxing. That can bring you peace. It can give your mind an opportunity to rest. You know, a different environment that's catering to making you relax, making you feel peaceful. But if you have to go with people or a person, and then the situation comes around to where they can't come at that on that particular day, what are you gonna do? Cancel? What if they can't come anymore? They can't afford to come. You're gonna spring for them, or they just can't come for scheduling conflicts. So you have had your peace attached to a person, attached to a situation. And that's a no-no, right? And then another example is a quiet place in your house. And this is basic. A quiet place in your house. If you can. Y'all was waiting on that, huh? I know. You might live with people, or you might have a house full of people or kids or barking dogs or a whole lot of traffic in and out of your house. Or you might live in an apartment complex and there's always noise or traffic outside your door or whatever. So I guess it would be hard to find a quiet place in your house. But believe it or not, sometimes a closet can be a quiet place. A bedroom closet can be a quiet place. If you have the space in your home, or you have a what's the word I'm looking for? If you have, I don't know the word I'm looking for, it's escaping me right now. But if your home is conducive to having a quiet spot, that's going to save you money. It's going to save you time. And that in itself is very peaceful. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to deal with people. And when you're done, you can just call it a day, go to bed, or hang out with your family, or do other things. So I consider basic as something that is typical. Typical ways to have peace is, some women find peace in getting their hair done, shopping, or whatever. But to me, a unique way to create peace is to do something that's different. Not anything illegal, immoral, unethical, or this super expensive. Staying within your means. Something like traveling to a city that's an hour or so away and attending a cooking class and staying for the weekend, or going to an art museum, or going to the grand opening of whatever, and or a festival of some sort, to where you're going to be mingling with other people. And you never do those things. When you're in a place that is safe and comfortable and new, your mind is opened up to new experiences, and your wheels get to turning, and it makes you feel good. Literally, it makes you feel good. And when you feel good, you have peace. You get what I'm saying? I mean, I know I'm throwing a lot of examples and, different scenarios at you when it comes to creating your peace. But that's the thing about peace. Nobody should be able to tell you what your peace is. My peace ain't gonna be your peace. Your peace is not even gonna be your spouse's peace, unless y'all just like in sync like that. Some people might consider their peace is making sure their kids are doing good in school. They're on the right track for graduation, on the right track for going to a good school, because the peace of mind comes from knowing that their kids are going to be in a situation to where they can make good money and take care of themselves in the future. For some people, that's all the peace they need, is knowing that their kids will be okay, or possibly in a situation to where they'll be okay. And once they become empty nesters, done raising kids, we can live our lives now, George. You said it, Bessie. That's what peace is to some folks. And some folks is having time to themselves. You get what I'm saying? So you just determine what peace means to you. All right? And find out what is keeping you in a non-peaceful state. I did mention this in the other video that I did about how to regain your peace, but it is just so crucial. It is just so crucial, and it's kind of understood, but because we are trying to get it, we're looking this way. We're looking for the culprits. You know, our eyes are open. We're scanning the situation, but we don't pay attention to the culprits that are here. You get what I'm saying? The people that are closest to us, the people that we intermingle with on a regular basis, they can be the reason why we don't have any peace. Sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not intentional. And everybody has to evaluate those situations for themselves and find out what or who is keeping them from being peaceful. That's kind of like a touchy subject, because a lot of times family is involved. A lot of times it's the place or the places that you frequent. Church, for instance. Church should be a very peaceful place, a peaceful experience. Sometimes not. All right. And then the last way to have peace is to spend time with God. I'm just going to say that all the time. I got a whole story about peace and, my journey to regain my peace. It's for another time. But I know that for me, I don't spend time with God like I feel like I should. And that's probably why my peace comes and it goes. I'm honest with y'all today. My peace, I take that back. My peace doesn't leave. It's just I sometimes have experiences that cover my peace. But I can definitely say without a doubt that spending quality time with God can keep you in peace. But your peace level might not be the same as, it won't be the same as anybody else. There's no way to determine that. But sometimes if you don't spend time with God as you should, and that's based upon your relationship with Him, your peace can come in waves. Just like an ocean waves. It's steady. It might be really high. You know what I'm saying? Really high. And then it can be subtle. Not subtle. It can be low. But it's going to come in. Sometimes it just comes in like this and it goes back out. And sometimes it comes up high and it goes down low. And now I'm just talking about me and how it happens for me. And that's because I don't spend time like I should. But if you definitely take the time to spend time with God, you will see an increase in your peace. And when the trials of life come, because they do, you will have a strength that's connected to your peace to help you get through it. All right. Well, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Be sure and share this broadcast with your friends and your family. Be sure to release your genius, pull off the impossible every day. Remember, you will have whatever it is that you say. So be positive when you speak, Queen.